I agreed to check my neighbor's mail while he was on vacation. That's how I found my own death certificate, dated for next Tuesday. My neighbor, Mr. Henderson, was a harmless, quiet old man. The kind of person you'd forget lived next to you until you saw him meticulously watering his single tomato plant on his balcony. When he asked me to collect his mail, he seemed unusually agitated. He explained he was going on a last-minute cruise, a lifelong dream. He gave me a key not just to his mailbox, but to his apartment, just in case of an emergency. I thought it was sweet. I had no idea I was a lamb accepting the key to the slaughterhouse. For 3 days, it was just junk mail and bills. On the 4th day, there was a thick, cream-colored envelope. It felt heavy, official. It wasn't addressed to Mr. Henderson. It was addressed to me, my name, my apartment number. I was confused. Why would my mail be in his box? I opened it. Inside, printed on watermark paper, was a State of California certificate of death. My name was in the designated box. Cause of death was listed as pending investigation, and the date of death was next Tuesday. I thought it was a sick, elaborate prank, but it felt too real. My heart was hammering against my ribs. I used the key and let myself into Mr. Henderson's apartment. The place was spotless, smelling faintly of lemon cleaner and old books. It was the apartment of a man who lived a life of quiet routine, except for one room, his study. The door was slightly ajar. Inside, the walls were covered in cords were photos. Photos of me. Me getting my mail, me leaving for work, me talking on my phone on my balcony. There were notes detailing my schedule, my habits, my visitors. He wasn't just a neighbor. He was a researcher, and I was his subject. On his desk, next to a neatly stacked pile of documents, was a small locked metal box. I found the key in a desk drawer. My hands were shaking so hard it took 3 tries to open it. Inside were 5 other thick, cream-colored envelopes. Each one contained a death certificate. Each one was for a different person with a different date. I recognized the names. They were the previous tenants of my apartment, apartment 4B. I'd seen their names on old mail that still sometimes showed up. I pulled out my phone and searched the first name. The result was a news article from 3 years ago. A man who died in a freak gas leak explosion. The date of the article was 2 days after the date on his death certificate. I searched the next name. A woman who had slipped and fallen from her balcony 2 years ago. The day after her certificate was dated. It wasn't a prank, it was a file. My file. Mr. Henderson's vacation wasn't a vacation, it was an extraction. He had finished his assignment, observed the subject, confirmed the routine, and received the official paperwork. He was a spotter for an executioner. I was next in line for the curse of apartment 4B. I grabbed the box, the photos from the wall, everything. I didn't know who was coming for me on Tuesday, but I knew I couldn't be there. I couldn't go to the police. What would I say? That my neighbor, the sweet old man with the tomato plant, was part of a conspiracy to murder the tenants of a specific apartment. They would think I was insane. I packed a single bag. I took the evidence with me. I left my phone on the kitchen counter. I walked out of my apartment and didn't look back. It's been 2 weeks. I'm in a motel in a city I'd never heard of, paying in cash. I don't know who wanted me dead, or why everyone who lives in apartment 4B is a target. I only know that they have a system. And I wasn't supposed to see the paperwork. Last Tuesday came and went. I imagine a news report in my old city, something about an accident or a disappearance. Another file closed. But I'm still here. I have my own death certificate, a piece of paper that says I'm gone. In a way, it's true. Sarah Miller, the girl who lived in apartment 4B, is dead. And I don't know who I am now.